Hey, we're going to be back on the 71 CUDA in a few weeks, but today's video, 1964 convertible Impala. We have some rust in the inner frame rails. We're going to address that, show you how to repair that and make it look brand new. Then we're going to be installing a complete front floor pan. Hey, let's do it. Okay, here we go. And we're going to use a plasma cutter and make short work of this. We're replacing all of the brackets and braces. We just want to rough cut the floor pan, get it out of the way. Now this is a really delicate area, the store jam area. We have to remove these reinforcing braces. We drilled out the resistance welds and I'm using an air hammer to separate the body panels. We don't want to tear that lip or destroy it. And with those out, the floor pan out, that reveals the rust in the inner rocker. That's what we're going to address next. I really don't like to drill out spot welds or resistance welds if I don't have to. This is my preferred method. Very fast, efficient, and easy. Now we just come back, blow off the remnant of the resistance weld. Good to go. No holes to deal with or weld up. Now this is the brace, underside brace, getting it out of the way. Now we're going to prep and we're going to repair this inner frame rail. Using tape so I can make a straight cut. And you always want to get past the rust damage. There it is. Okay, so we're going to make a template. And we want this to be an exact fit template. And I like using this type of cardboard, poster board, whatever you want to call it. It's really rigid. But before we go any further, we want to coat the inside of the frame rail with an encapsulator. Now we're going to use a flap disc, get down to bare metal. Now I've already coated the inside of my repair patch panel, and it is an exact fit. We're going to use some magnets to hold it in place. When we're happy with the placement, now we're going to put some tacks on it. And we use the same thickness of metal as the inner frame rail, and we just put a 90 in that metal. And this is the part where you want to take a little bit of time, just make sure everything's lined up, get your tacks into place. And now we have it fully welded out. Now we're going to come back with a 3-inch grinding disc. Now we don't want to gouge the metal. We want to keep everything nice and flat and flush. We're going to use a couple of steps, gradually take down that weld until we're just flush. Even though it's an inner frame rail, we still want to do the best job that we can, metal finish that out. Now we're going to come back with an 8-inch orbital that's got 36 grit on it. And we are blending that area in, blending the metal out. We've got everything going our way. It's looking really nice. Happy with that repair. Now we're straightening all of the flanges. And we're going to be installing some plug weld holes. Once we're happy with everything, we put everything in epoxy primer. Or you can use a weld-through primer. As far as the floor pan, we are good to go. And the only floor pan available is the one without the braces. So this is what we had to do. Instead of waiting until August when the floor pans with braces assembled come in, we purchased all of the braces and brackets separately. Now I'm going to show you how to get these installed. So you never want to throw the old parts away. I cut this out of the original floor pan. If it's in there, it would sit like this. This is the little hump. Now all I have to do is line this one up and I have correct placement. I always like using what the factory used, a resistance welder. But I don't have the correct length tong for floor pans. So there are a couple of ways to approach welding the bracket onto the floor pan. First way, take some soapstone or a marker, trace out the entirety of the bracket. Our flange is about this wide, so we know we have that much to work with. Now we can come back, mark out where we want to drill holes so that we can weld from the top side. We can go ahead and install the floor pan, use screws to hold the brackets in place, and then weld from the top side, or we can assemble this entire floor pan with the brackets on the stand. And the way we would do that, make sure we have our correct placement, then we come back and we mark out where we want to punch or drill holes so that we can weld, and it will be much easier to do it in this position. And if you don't have the long reach clamps, you can use self-tapping screws. Use your existing holes. You would put a screw here, here, weld this while it's cinched down, take this one out, move the screw over, and just leapfrog along until you're done. We have the bracket flanges cinched together nicely with the floor pan. Let's do some welding. Hey, there's no easier, faster way to prep metal for welding than with this little mini vacuum spot blaster. The link to the store is in the description. Fit up and prep, 75% of welding. Now the only thing I need to finish these welds out is a piece of Scotch-Brite. Mini vacuum spot blaster. We have all of our plug weld holes drilled in our floor pan. Everything is either primed, epoxy, prepped, all of the flanges are straight. We're good to go. And that thing's set into place. Lined up. Now we want to start installing our clamps to get that thing held exactly where we want it so we can start the welding process. And we're going to be using a MIG welder to attach this floor pan and do some really nice plug welds. And we're going to metal finish all of those out just like we did the inner frame rail. We want to get everything held down really nice with clamps or pushed down into place. We never want to use a hammer. And the better your prep is, the better your welds are going to look. Fit up and prep, that's where welding is at. That's how you get good, consistent welds that require less grinding. Okay, let's get these reinforcements back into place. And we're going to come back with Scotch-Brite, finish off everything with epoxy primer. Now all of the old brackets are on the original floor pan remnants. We have to remove those and then correctly locate and weld them onto the new pan. And if you want tips and tricks on that, check out this video. The link is in the description. Okay, here is our finish out. We have all our brackets, braces in their correct position. All the welds are dressed down. Yeah, I'm really happy with this finish out. Our reinforcing braces back in place. And you can see what using that mini spot blaster fit up and prep the type of welds that we were able to achieve. Yeah, really happy with that finish out. Now it's on to replacing the upper trunk deck and trunk pan. Hey, the hydraulic foot pump, as well as other specialty tools and supplies, are all available in our online store, GUZZI Fabrication.store. The link is in the description.